Hello and welcome to Elecspo. My name's James and this is episode 7 of our Newcastle United Football Manager 2015 career. As you saw in the last episode, we finished in the top 4, and as you can see here again in 2020 we've come to the modern day and we've done it again. Newcastle United in the top 4 for second season in a row, I think. We'll have a quick look. So yeah, last season we came fourth just about. Yeah, second season in a row. Last season we got in by the skin of our teeth after a really strong season, but there was a lot of good teams around. Where this time around, 4th place, 5 points ahead of 5th place Arsenal, 11 points off top spot. Another good season for the Magpies. Unfortunately though, we've not been able to win some silverware. Let's have a look at the schedule, see how we got on during the season. Of course, you remember last time we came 4th, which meant we had the Champions League best place playoff, and we drew Marseille, which I was like, oh, that's kind of annoying. Back in the Champions League and we're having to play Marseille, but drew the first leg at home 0-0. But in the second leg we got the job done, a 3-1 win in France, goals from Fierro, Kramaric and Kennedy. They got one back with Casado, but 3-1 into the Champions League group stage, and yet again we got handed another ridiculously hard group. PSG, Rubin Kazan and Juventus. There was no way I was getting out of that. PSG and Juventus miles ahead of us. Rubin Kazan will beat twice, beaten 3-0 at home, followed with it. Oh no, we didn't even beat them away from home. We drew 2-2. So we got against the big dogs. Played PSG, lost 3-1. Juventus, we beat Rubin Kazan 3-0. Drew 1-1 with Juventus away from home. That was a great result. Lost 3-2 to Juventus after being 2-0 up at home. A 2-2 draw with PSG, and then finally a 2-2 draw with Rubin Kazan away from home. We'll have a look at the group stages. Of course, can't remember what letter group I was in. I think it was D. Yep, there we are. So Juventus were top 11 points, PSG 10, and we were down in third, 6 points, meaning it was just the second half of the season was spent back in the Europa League, where we've spent a lot of years but never really done very well in it. Was this year going to be different? We'll come back to it, but we'll go back to the start of the season. The big issue was, if you notice there, in goal, Freddie Woodman. Tim Krul got injured early on in pre-season, which ruled him out up until that Marseille game, so I was a bit concerned. But I mean, he got clean sheets in his first 3 games. Oh no, he only played the first 2. 0-0 with Cardiff, 0-0 with Marseille, so really that wasn't... Krul wasn't going to be creating the goals for her. Start of the season wasn't really great though. We got that win at Burnley, then beat off Man U, drew at Everton, win at Palace, lost to Chelsea, and then hammered Tottenham. That was kind of where things started to turn around for her. We couldn't really get many runs going until we got to the Christmas period and we played Hull, and then we went on a great run, beat Swansea, beat QPR. Then this game against Cardiff was an absolute disaster, 3-3. We were 3-0 up after the 57th minute, and then we just collapsed in the final 20. But we dusted ourselves down, beat Burnley away from home, and then beat Everton away from home. Big win against Man United, Carlos Fierro with a hat-trick. And we didn't lose another game until we played Tottenham on the 8th of February. A great run. That's what really put us back into contention to get into the top 4. Really solidify ourselves as a top 4 team. And then up next, obviously in the Europa League, we got Ajax yet again. If you remember, a couple of seasons ago, or it might have been last season, at some point in the past, we were drawn against Ajax and they did an absolute job on. We really taught us some lessons. But this time we got past them. We lost 4-2 in Amsterdam in the first leg, but we followed up with a 2-0 win at St James's Park, which put us through on away goals. Goals from Kennedy and Granit Xhaka decided it, and that set up a tie with Valencia. Really difficult. Obviously Valencia great in Europe. We drew 0-0 away from home. You're thinking that's a great result. Well, it was an alright result actually. We didn't get the away goal, so it wasn't particularly great at all. And then unfortunately in the second leg we were beaten 1-0 at St James's Park. A goal from Nicolas Otamendi of all people. Not as bad as he is in real life. But Christ, he's really good, Nicolas Otamendi. If he was cheap we'd sign him, but obviously he's not. I've got a feeling Valencia went on. Did they go to win the Europa League? Let's have a look. Yeah, they beat Benfica in the final, so I mean there's no shame in getting knocked out by the winners. But yeah, again, no silverware this season. FA Cup, we got to the 5th round, beat by Tottenham, and that came just before the Europa League game, so it was a bit of a catch-22 situation. Is that a catch-22 situation? It doesn't matter. It was an awkward situation because we had to rest players and whatnot. again, that was an awful result after the Valencia one. We got beat 6-0 off Liverpool. End of the season was poor. We beat Sunderland in the derby. Did we beat them earlier on in the season? No, we drew 1-1. Kostas Manolas put us up front, and then whoever Marius Lundemo is, he got an equaliser. Oh, he's real as well. Some Norwegian guy. Anyway, I digress. End of the season with a 1-1 draw at Hull, which Ricky Cohen got his first ever senior goal for. He's played 9 times this season, 1 goal, 1 assist, average rating of just over a 7, which is excellent considering he's only 18 years old. He's going to have a big future. Obviously, we've mentioned him in the past, he's got that 5-star potential, but now we're going to start playing him. Next season could be a really big one for Ricky Cohen. He's already shown, coming off the bench, that he can do a job. Got that goal in the final game of the season, which in the end was not really a great result because it meant we came 4th instead of 3rd. We had it in our hands. We'll have a look at the table here. We've ended on goal difference with Southampton. And if you look at the final result there, Southampton beat Fulham away from home, whereas we drew with Hull. So if we'd got the job done, we'd won the game, we would be 3rd. We wouldn't have to have this stupid playoff to get in the Champions League group stages, but never mind, it's something we're just going to have to do. But we'll have a look at how our players got on this season. Obviously, last season the star was Kennedy. He hasn't been as good this season, but he's still been incredible on the right. 12 goals, 6 assists. Yet again, he's played in every game. We didn't start every game. One appearance off the bench. Average rating is 7.15, which is still great. It's his second best season behind that incredible debut year at St James's Park. The only issue is that clubs want him. Southampton want him, and they've got a lot of money. They've been taken over by some billionaire or whatever, but they can pay absolutely ridiculous wages. Valencia want him, obviously they're in the Champions League after their Europa League win. Is he unhappy as he said he wants to leave? There, so he wants to join Southampton as they can offer higher wages. I'm pretty sure I tried to offer him a new contract, and he just came saying, well, you can't offer them the wages I want. Well, I was like, well, at least give us a chance, but never mind, he didn't. Carlos Fierro, his goals they haven't dried up, but they're going down after that incredible debut year where he got 25, won the Golden Boot. This year he's only managed 14, which is still almost a goal every other game. But 10 assists, he's getting pretty creative. Average rating still strong, so going well there with Carlos Fierro. Will Hughes, he's just had his first season as a Newcastle player, and I'm a little bit disappointed there. 6.83, played 32 times, 8 off the bench. It's just not great. Sissoko, I just haven't managed to find the perfect partner for him. Obviously, he's missed yet again. He's had another injury. He got injured in about, let's find out, was it February? Yeah, he broke his foot in February. He's only just getting back now. Great when the season's over. So that really hindered him in the back half of the year. So that was disappointing. That's 2 seasons now that Sissoko's picked up a big injury, and it's cost her. Yarmolenko, he's had another great year. 5 goals, 9 assists. His best season since his second. He's just a consistent player, Andrei Yarmolenko, which he's not in reality, but on Bottom Andrew's brilliant. Gini Wijnaldum, not his best year, 5 goals, 7 assists, but still doing okay. Defensively, Andy Robertson was the main left back. He's about where he was last season. He's done alright. Hector Bellerin, he's been a starter for more than he has been. He's done alright. Ousted Kyle Walker from the team. I think Kyle Walker's at the point where I kind of just need to get rid of him, get what money I can, but we'll see what we're going to do. Virgil van Dijk, though, great yet again at the back, especially alongside Kostas Manolas. His first season at the club this is his second season at the club. Been brilliant since that £10 million move. That's just a solid partnership we've got at the back, doing really well. There's a name you'll recognise, Jack Grealish, signed him in January. What a waste of money that was. But I'll tell you for why we signed him. There's probably a few names you don't recognise on there, but we'll come to them now. We'll go to the transfer history. So in the summer we signed Will Hughes, which you knew about in the last episode because we've done that deal quite early. And we also brought in Fabian Delph. Not because I wanted to play him, not because I thought he was going to be a great signing. He's just one of those reliable players. You can put him anywhere in midfield really, and he'll do a job for you if needs be. But in the end, never needed him. He made 2 appearances. Started one of the cup games, came off the bench in a European game. I mean, for 800 grand, it was worth the risk, really. He's not on a big wage, he's on 26.5 grand a week. Next up there, Salomon Rondon. That was done January 1st. I think he'd been put on the transfer list a couple of weeks before, and he's just one of those players. I thought he'd be a good little backup. He's been okay. Averages aren't great, but he's got 3 goals, 8 in all competitions. took a little bit of the pressure off Carlos Fierro. Jack Grealish came in on the 7th, and that was because Bilal Uchik has gone to Manchester City. £25.5 million. I mean, he's one of my best rated players in terms of potential, but I couldn't turn down that money for him. He just wasn't really settling in at St James's Park. And for £25 million, especially considering I'm going to get all that back to spend on players, had to do it really. So he's gone to Man City. Brought Jack Grealish in for £12 million, just as a backup as well for Kennedy, because that's all Bilal Uchik was now. And he runs just absolute crap. Another player I brought in is Lloyd Jones, who I seen he was in the England squad, so I thought, well, he must be alright. He was playing in the French second division for Metz. Great rate, averages. $4 million I got him for, and he's just absolute dog awful. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money, but whatever it was, I've absolutely wasted it. So that was disappointing. But we've got a few deals lined up for the next summer. Trying to get Fred, seeing what we can do. Brendan Galloway, had an offer accepted for him. I'm hoping he could be the partner for Sissoko. I kind of just need someone who can do the dirty work, do the hard yards, win the ball, give it to the better players. Brendan Galloway could be that man. I remember having him years ago on this game and he was great. He's much better on here than he is in the real world. So hopefully that can work out. Nicolas Tagliafico we've also got an offer in for him. Obviously you'll know him as the Ajax defender, but he's never left Argentina here, doing great there. So hopefully he can take his form from South America to the Premier League. Is he 26 now? 27. I know we've signed, there we go. He's coming in, so that's good. And I think that is about it. Oh, we've got Manu Trigueros off the books, sold him to Tottenham. I'm having to pay some of his wages, but that's fine. He's gone. Got nearly $6 million for him. What did I pay for him? 9? 13. Well, I overspent. It was a disaster, but never mind. You live and you learn. He's done nothing at Tottenham so far in his 2 appearances. So there we have it. We're in the Champions League. Things are going all right. Actually, have a look at Remy Cabella. Has he had a good season? Yeah, 12 goals. So that might have made him my top scorer in the league. 12 goals. Or was that more than Kennedy? I know Fierro got 14. What am I on about? But anyway, that is where we are. We'll have a little quick look at Granit Xhaka. He's not done great. Pretty disappointing, really. This could be the end for him, I think, considering the money he's on. Who wants him? Southampton. Why would Southampton want him? So we'll go back to the league table again now. Obviously, we've came fourth, back in the Champions League for a second year in a row. I think again for the 2020-21 season, it's got to be another year of just consolidating where we are, asserting ourselves as a top 4 club. We'll just see where we can go. We need to get some younger players in. Hopefully we've got some coming through. Ricky Cohen's going to be a star. Hopefully next season can be his breakout year. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Next episode we'll bring you the 2020-21 season. Christ, that is hard to say. A lot of 20s there. Oh, that's the one coming up. It's going to be a nightmare in reality. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. But until next time, we will see you around.